Now, today we'll be customizing the KARIN Woodlander. Now, this vehicle is a HSW vehicle. We will be fully upgrading this car mechanically. Now, one thing I do say about the KARIN brand is it's clearly a model of the Subaru, but there's some Lexus models in there as well. But mainly, the latest models have been mainly Subaru in real life. So I'm seeing a bunch of exhausts. I like that. But we have to do the typical 750 exhaust that spits flames. 20 hoods for this car is pretty good. Lots of customization there. The color and delivery is kind of blocking some, so please excuse that. Not too bad, but we're just gonna keep stock. I did buy the car with a livery on it. Has the typical liveries from HSW down at the bottom of the list. Not too bad, but I definitely wouldn't put that on my car. So this came with the car. I'm definitely leaning towards painting the car a blue. Okay, I'm gonna put the channel plate on there. I think I'm gonna leave the plate color anyway. In terms of diffusers and the skirts are two generic parts of cars that doesn't necessarily have a lot of detail into it. It's mainly mass produced. So not too bad for that. It is what it is. I'm not too much of a fan. So as we could see, you can't control the brake calipers with the secondary color. So I guess we're stuck with red. I am looking towards doing a blue, as I mentioned before. Okay. Perfect. Racing blue. Why not? Definitely it matches the heritage. So I think the other thing we have to customize here is the skirts and then the front lips. But as you know, as I said before, skirts and front lips are not really something that's really custom to the car. You just make sure it's flush to the body and then that's it. But it is what it is. Better to have it than not use it. As you can see, 19 split options. I'm sure they fitted this from somewhere else. Oh, and there's also spoilers on this thing. Not too bad, but we'll skip from here. Now moving into the driving portion of this video, I have driven this car extensively since that last cup. And I must say, I like how the car drives. It's just one thing I don't like about the car. It's the steering. Of course, it is HSW, so I guess that has some effect. The steering kind of, with me hitting that pole, you've kind of seen that when I turn, the rear of the car needs to be well within the terms of that turn or that maneuver, whichever one I'm doing. You have to keep the rear of the car in mind. It's not something that it seems like the car is leading with its front wheels. It seems like the rear wheels are leading with the turning actions. Now, as you can see, the car is four-wheel drive. I'm just saying that because if you didn't see the all four wheels having smoke just now after that 180, or that just quick U-turn. Yeah, so it's very quick. You have to be careful when you're turning, and if there's too many simultaneous turns after turns after turns, if you're not careful and you're not familiar with how the car drives, the car could bite you in a certain way where you could oversteer or understeer. But as this is a SUV, it's good to have another SUV. But in terms of using it in races, you could see a bit of challenge from like a Astron wide body, because that is HSW, or just a regular Astron if HSW is turned on. So in my opinion, it's worth it if you're a Subaru fan. And then again, it is newer, so it's most likely somewhat faster or just as fast, hopefully, as some of the cars I mentioned before. So I definitely would purchase this. It's a cool car. As you can see, delivery, nonetheless, even if it wasn't for its performance capabilities, I probably would have purchased it due to me being such a Subaru fan. I've always noticed them growing up, and they always have that similar livery to the one that's on the side of this car. So yes, as shown, the last showcase is for the engine model, and I am not disappointed. Rockstar did a perfect selection by choosing the engine model that goes in most of the Subaru-based vehicles anyway, but it's still good. Twin turbo setup, inline six, sounds great. Interior is definitely here from 2013. Not sure why. Well, if you look at the spoiler, that's still happening. The trunk is hanging over the spoiler, if you couldn't tell, and that's a little glitch that's been happening for a little while. This video is after the car was released for a long time, and Rockstar still hasn't fixed it. So I still recommend buying the car. If you think about it, you don't open your trunk anyway, so you should be fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching.